3 reasons to visit Scotland. Hello everybody, it's Tom here from the Company Code, author, educator and public speaker. I'm going to give you my 3 reasons why to visit Scotland. First and foremost, you're going to say Scotland. Well, that's part of England, that's part of the UK, that's part of Britain. Yes, it is, but it's still a foreign country and it still has its own unique identity. And I have family up there. I have an aunt that's Scottish. And going to visit them is always great. My reasons why you should visit Scotland at least once in your life, just to see it for yourself. Reasons number 1, wildlife. You're under no illusions, the British Isles as a collective of countries has some impressive parts. In my opinion, Scotland is an incredibly beautiful country. It has such contrasts. You've got the coastal areas, you've got the central belt, you've got the Highlands. For me, the Highlands is my idea of pure bliss and escapology. I would happily, at some point in my life, get a backpack and disappear into the Highlands for 2 weeks with no mobile phone and no connection to the modern world and live off the land and be as happy as Larry. If you're just a visitor though and you just want to go for a day, you're going to see some stunning landscapes, some mountains. Obviously there's Ben Nevis for those of you who like to hike, and there's like Loch Ness, which was up in Inverness of course, and that lake is meant to be home to a very famous dinosaur that supposedly has the last, and that of course is the Loch Ness Monster. I'm not here to approve or disapprove the existence of such a thing, but what I am saying is Scotland as a country has a rich and wild life, an amazing wildlife array that you will be impressed with if you go to. Reasons number 2, it's a contrast to the wildlife. Cities. There's some really wonderful cities in Scotland. I've had the pleasure of visiting a couple. Edinburgh is a fantastic city, as the capital cities go. Put it this way, I'm paying homage to the Scottish people here. I got lost in Edinburgh and I had at least 2 or 3 people of all different ages asking me if I was alright and if I needed directions. Not every city is that friendly, and that's credit to them and the sort of people they are collectively. They make you feel very welcome, and for someone to go out of the way to take time to see if you're alright like that, there's a big thumbs up in my book. But apart from that, each part has its own stamp, identity, has its own feel and vibe. Edinburgh is a very vibrant place, very fun place. You know, there's plenty of things to see and do. Then you've got Glasgow, which is a rivaling city to Edinburgh, which is again a very interesting place. Some would say which is better, Edinburgh or Glasgow, but I suppose it's like comparing London to Birmingham. End of the day, Edinburgh is the capital city, like it or love it, but both places are really different and great in their own respect. And then you can go other parts of Scotland, of course. You could say Dundee, which is a nice place as well. You could say Aberdeen, right up in the north of the country. So many different things going on. Each part has a different identity, a different feel to it, and it's definitely worth a visit. If you can visit Edinburgh and Glasgow at least, you'll get a flavour of what their life is like, even just in a city. It's a unique place, definitely worth a visit. Third and final reason, I kind of touched on it on the last point. There's plenty to see and to do. Now, I love my culture, as you know. I like my art galleries, I like to see the sights. Scotland has a lot of history, a lot of interesting architecture. If you're in Edinburgh, the there is a cannon go off on the hour when the clock strikes, which is interesting. It's certainly, if you don't know about that, you'll be jumping out your skin when the cannonball's fired. It's like, it makes you jump out your skin. And then, obviously, for those of you that like your culture, like myself, there's a lot of festivals going on up in Scotland. Obviously, it's a very cultural place. Some of you may have heard of Hogmanay. Hogmanay is basically the holiday for New Year's, and the Scottish people really get into that. Whereas we just celebrate one day, they probably celebrate two or three days, and have a big wild celebration for it. And then you've got the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh. I had the pleasure of being there back in 2011, and I have to say, even if you're not a fan of comedy, go. There's a lot of interesting acts going on. There's a lot of performing arts and dancers and street performers, and it's an interesting festival. Go to Scotland, give it a try. Definitely, you will not be disappointed. I like it up there, I do. I know I'm English and I'm proud to be, but there is seriously a nice vibe in Scotland, and it's definitely worth a visit at some point in your life. Definitely. Thank you all for watching and listening as always. I appreciate your support on this channel and all of your kind wishes and following. Thank you. This is video number 2 of 3 this week. I'm dedicated to making 3 videos a week, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I'll be returning at the end of the week with my 3rd and final video of this week. Put down in the comment sections below, have you visited Scotland? Is it a part of the world that you'd like to try now, having listened to my video? Is it somewhere you've got on your bucket list or not? And reasons why, so we can have a little chat about it. Not that I'm trying to convince you, but just share, just to pass exchange really, I guess. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below, and please leave me a thumbs up, a like, and remember to also hit that notifications bell that's here at Go Ding Dong, so that you know next time I'm on and when my content's being produced. Until then guys, thank you all for listening as always. I appreciate it very much, and I'll see you at the end of the week. Till then, take care and thank you.